Hi, friends. It's Chantel, the flower child. Disclaimer, I have allergies really bad, so my voice is splendid today. Second disclaimer, if you were just watching a video of what I'm about to show all over again, yeah, technology. I went and listened to myself, and I was like, I literally sound like I'm talking to a jar. Thank you, computer, for taking what I wanted you to do and just running with it. Solid. So, anyways, we're here. We're happy. We're going to do some things here. The end of my podcast, I'm going to wish August 24th birthday a happy birthday. And we're going to spend the next little while giving you some pretty cool facts about me. And I mean, not really facts, more so random facts. 20 of them to be exact. 20 random facts about me, yours truly. And we're going to discuss each one of them just because I feel like I want to ease you guys in and help you get to know me a little better before I get, right into topics and stuff that might seem controversial. I want you to be like, you know why she does that? Because she spends the majority of her day snuggled up in a blanket and she's afraid of birds. So that's just who she is. But that leads to my first topic. Number one, afraid of birds. I'm not even afraid to admit it. I don't like them. I don't like when they try and jump at me. I don't like when they try and poop on me. I don't like anything they do, really. I just don't. So I have a tattoo. Nice boy, Chantal. I have a bird tattoo for my great-grandmother. And I think it's kind of cute. But I don't like birds in general. And I mean, my favorite animal is an owl, so tomato, tomato. But I've never had an owl charge at me or fly at me or try and hurt me. And birds, on the other hand, not really my favorite thing. They tend to do a lot of pooping. I had to rescue a bird in the spring. Wasn't thrilled about it. And, I mean, I have nothing against it because I love so many different types of nature. And I'm definitely the type of girl to sit there and watch them because I think they're beautiful and I think they're amazing and I think they have so much great talent. And heck, if I could fly, I'd be flying all over the place too. But I don't enjoy their presence. I don't. I feel very threatened by them and what they do because they fly at you. They do, and they will come at you. And they will peck your eyes out. I've never personally had any of that happen, but it could happen, people. It could. I don't like them, and I refuse to like them. And I've tried to become exposed to them. My mom had a pet bird. Not my favorite thing. I didn't enjoy it, that's for sure. So, number one, this flower child, she hates birds. She doesn't like them. She doesn't want to be near them. She's the fear of her eyes being pecked out. Poop brown eyes, guys. They might be mistaken for a worm. Who knows? Or a bug. Anyways, this is a little overreacting. But honestly, I have a fear of birds. And I don't enjoy their presence. And I don't like them particularly. So I tend to keep my distance. Number two. I love anything teriyaki. I mean, I like teriyaki chicken wings. I like teriyaki rice. I like teriyaki on my chicken. On my pork. I like anything really with teriyaki. I mean, VH teriyaki sauce. The reason why that company is still up, moving, running, and going is because I have a serious teriyaki addiction, and I feed their addiction and allow them to keep running. So you're welcome to everybody else who enjoys VH sauce. I'm keeping them in business. Number three, I have 2 cats, a rabbit, and a husband. The husband's just there. I love him. He's great. He supports my love for all the animals that I bring home, so I love him. But in our household, we have 2 rabbits. Or not 2 rabbits. We used to. We have 2 cats and a rabbit. So the stories for all of them. We have Felix, Primrose, and Dorothy, oldest to youngest. Felix is a black tuxedo cat. He's 3 in September. Prim is our little brown and black tabby cat, and she will be a year old in, well, about December. And then we have little Dorothy, my bunny rabbit, and she is 9 months old, 10 months old, and she is a little firecracker too. So when we first adopted Felix, we were looking on Kijiji just to look. We weren't going to adopt anything from Kijiji. We would have preferred to go through our shelter. And I had found a lady who said she had found these kittens and she didn't know what else to do, and they needed a home, and she had a male and female. And I said, okay, well, my husband would prefer a male. At the time, he wasn't my husband, he was my fiance. But so that's what we did. We met Felix and we adopted him. He's quite the guy, keeps us on our feet. I remember when he was little, he used to eat every plant that I ever owned. And being the flower child self that I am, I would love to have flowers in every room, but Felix would eat the roots to all the plants, and it's very hard to keep the plant alive. The root's gone. So, we no longer have plants other than the windowsill in the kitchen where he knows he's not allowed to go. That's it. That's Felix. Felix is our boisterous, troublemaking, oldest cat, and he knows that he's the oldest, and he knows that he can get what he wants and get away with things, so he definitely tries. He's getting a little chunky ever since we got him fixed, but he's definitely a mama's boy, and I really appreciate that. I love my pets more than anything, so he's definitely my baby. Next is our little Primrose. We call her Prim, or Prim Pie for short. She's very spunky and very, both our cats are very dog-like. I've had both cats and dogs, so it kind of helps me to see their personalities, but very, very, very energetic, and, I mean, meow at you and tell you what to do. It's kind of cute. I enjoy it. When they need something, they come running, and Prim, every time she does something bad, she flops on her back, and you have to rub her belly because she knows she's done something wrong, so she's trying to get away with it. Our little Dorothy is our little bunny. I've had 3 bunnies in the last couple of years. I had Penelope, and I had Everly. Penelope was from a breeder, and she is a purebred Netherland dwarf. She is now a mom and has a whole bunch of bunnies of her own, so I wanted to make sure before she passed sexual maturity that she was able to be a mom. She was showing signs that she was very interested in how to make babies, so I had found her a home, and she is now a lovely mother and has, I think, 4 bunnies, and then she's got another litter probably on the way very soon, so it'll be very cool to see that. I love having an impact on somebody's life and then being able to see the updates of it, so I get updates on them every once in a while, and I love it. I love seeing what I've been able to do and how I've been able to help somebody else out. It's just an incredible feeling. Everly, she was a Dutch rabbit, which is basically they're black, and then they have the black down their face and the white. So basically what any kind of typical bunny would, like what people envision a typical rabbit looks like, you know what I mean? Like Bugs Bunny is a Dutch rabbit. So, anyway, I rescued her from a farm where it was like a litter that they had, and it was a very bad situation. So I couldn't have taken them all. I didn't have the resources to take all of them, so I took one, and I figured if I could impact one of their lives, I would feel better than before. So I had taken her, and I had found her home, and now she belongs to a little girl who takes her for walks on the sidewalk and in the park, and so she's got quite the life. So fostering makes you feel pretty good. It makes you sad when they go because you kind of get attached, especially if you're an animal lover like me. I get super attached. But seeing them, come and go was pretty great, and I enjoyed having a part in their lives and being able to get them out of a sticky situation and find them a happy place to live. So that's what I did, and there they are. So I'm hoping for the best, and now, after I had been rabbitless, I was pretty sad. So, again, I went and got myself a rabbit. I've grown up with them, so they've always been a part of my life, rabbits, cats, and dogs, for sure. And I had found this little bunny, and she looked like a wild rabbit at first. She had the white stomach and the brown face. And, I mean, as she went through her little growing up stage, she started getting these markings on her face. Made her look like she had a crown on, or like a tiara. Quite the little stinker. She definitely, I mean, up until about a week ago, I bragged that she was the best rabbit I've ever had. She never chewed anything, bit anything, or did anything wrong. Then she ate my lamp. Wasn't happy about that. So, I mean, you have pets, you have damage. But, I mean, that outweighs anything that they've ever done for my heart and for my happiness. And I love them all so much. Both my cats usually sleep with me. If not, they're around me all the time. It's nap time in the house right now. Everybody's asleep. That gives me time to do my podcast, so that's perfect. Other than that, it's pretty quiet and peaceful. But I love my little pets, and they're my life. And I thank my husband for supporting my need to have animals to keep us happy. And he pretends like he's a bit of a toughie about it, but oftentimes I find, all the pets with him are snuggled up on the couch, and he's got a little baby voice on while he's snuggling them all. So we love our babies so much. We don't have any kids of our own, so we have our little pets, and right now that's good enough for us, so it makes me very happy. Number 4 is I have a serious blanket addiction. I mean, when I go to bed, I have like a sheet, my comforter, and like usually a big knitted kind of thick camping blanket on top. And then I always have like a soft fuzzy blanket to snuggle up to as well, just because I like it around my underneath my knees and my feet, kind of to prop up my legs, because if not, my hips kind of hurt from the way I lay. I'm a side sleeper, so it messes the whole system up. But anyways, the blanket addiction is real, people. I mean, I've got a blanket probably almost every color, size, range. I don't need that much crap, but I have it. I mean, I love my blankets. They're pretty cool, and I have an insane amount. I have them in the living room. I have them in the bedroom. I've got the closet. It's just overflowing. I just have too many, but they keep me warm, and nothing feels warmer than snuggling up with like a nice cup of tea, having a blankie around you, and just watching a movie, or you're not feeling good, you've got a nice blanket, or, I mean, just feeling cozy in bed. And hello, keeps the monsters away. My husband always makes jokes. He's like, well, why don't you put your foot out? You'll cool down. Monsters, they're under the bed, in the closet, so I would close the closet when we go to bed. Come on. Doesn't quite get the monster theory, but whatever. So, number 5 is I have a dream of owning a ranch. I have a strong passion for growing my own vegetables, and having a little house with a little bit of land, and having fresh cut flowers in my house all the time. And I just have a big dream of having all those things, so I wanted to make sure that I can make it come true. So that's a big dream of mine. I want to have horses, and I'd love to have cattle, and I mean, there's nothing cuter than a baby cow, baby horse, little calves and colts all over the place. Makes my heart all squishy. But I love the idea of having a ranch or a little bit of a farm. And that's big for me. That's something that I've always dreamed of when I was little. Not little. Well, I guess we'll tell that story first. When I was little, my dad, his parents had a house near a farm, and I used to go and I used to watch all the animals when I was little. And then when I lived with my dad's there for a period, there was our neighbors were like it was our house, and then there was like a gate, and there was a farm. And in that little farm and barn area, there was this beautiful horse. And his name was Doc, and Doc was a total sweetheart. So he was a total sweetheart, and I used to grab my notebook and everything, and he would come climbing up around me, and he would, sorry, I just want to check that. He would come climbing up around the gate, and when I would come out of the front door, I would just go, and he would perk his ears up, and then he used to come running over, and I used to pick apples from the tree. I used to climb. There's like a wood fence, and then on the inside part there was the electric fence so that the horses didn't try and jump, because there have been times where the horses had jumped onto the road and tried to get out, so it happens. But I tried to grab the apples from the trees, and I would stand on the wooden fence there and grab the apples from the trees and feed it to the horses in my palm. So there was just always this great connection with him. And then I would grab my notebooks and all my stuff, and I would go up and around the hill, and he would follow me up, and he would lay down, or he would roll around and shake his mane out, and he would graze, and he would kind of linger around me while I did everything I needed to do. So it was really cool. I had quite the connection with this little horse. So I really enjoyed it. I liked having such a connection with such a large animal, if that makes sense. They are very majestic, and the way they run is just very beautiful, and they have a lot to offer. I'd love to have a ranch someday. Number 6, I hate oranges and peas. I don't like oranges. I just think they taste too strong. Like, I mean, I love lemons and I love limes. Like, I'll probably make a lemon water after I've done this, or a lemon lime water with cucumber or something. I mean, I could eat lemons just right into my mouth. I could eat them like how people eat oranges, but I hate oranges. I don't know why. I think it's because we have way too much orange juice growing up, but I mean, in my teenage to adult years, I just became really appalled by them and no longer liked them. And then I just decided I really didn't like them. I guess I'm an adult, I don't have to eat them, but I don't like oranges. Another food I really don't like are peas. I mean, I love beans and chili and things, and I'm going to complain about it being a texture thing. But I don't like peas based on their texture. And I get a lot of flack about that because it's like, well, you eat all kinds of other stuff that has similar texture. I know, and I enjoy it. I just don't like peas. I like them raw. I like snap peas. I do not like cooked peas. If I have vegetable soup, you know, the tomato paste with like the little peas in it, and then all the chunks of veggies and stuff, just like for a can real quick or something, I will pick out the peas. I won't eat them. And if I accidentally eat them, it's like something has just gone seriously wrong, and my face just makes this horrible face. I just don't like the texture. Really turns me off of peas. And I love, 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 love my fruits and vegetables. So I'm not really sure why I just don't like one fruit and one vegetable. Who knows? Another thing. I have a dairy allergy and an allergy to 3 fruits. So peaches, pears, and mangoes. When I eat those fruits, my mouth gets all swollen. I cough like this, and it's really not helpful for doing anything that I like to do. So, you know, there's that. No, I don't like peas, and I don't like oranges, and I really love mangoes. There used to be this mango chutney where I used to work in a restaurant, and I used to make it, and I used to have to taste it because I cooked it. And I used to have like 3 or 4 tastes of it, and then when it was my lunch break, I used to buy the meal that came with that because I loved it that much. So, I mean, the swollen tongue never stopped me very much, but I try and stay away from it because it doesn't do well for me. No. Number 7, I'm a total reading and writing nerd. When I was little, I used to lay all my blankets in my closet on the floor. And because then my mom couldn't see the light under the door. And hi, Mom, if you're watching. I love you. Sorry, Mom. Not sorry. And I used to grab this little lamp I had, and I used to hold it. Like, it used to be like a book lamp, you know, it hooks onto the page, and it's this little lamp. I used to read and write, and I used to take a clear front duotang. Yeah, duotang. Remember we were all in elementary school? We had the duotang, the stretch thing you gotta put in, the 3 holes. Whatever. So the duotang used to have like a clear front, and the front page there, I used to like make holes into a piece of printer paper and marker and draw up the whole front of that, and that used to be like Chantel's diary notebook, blah, 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 and it was all like flowers and butterflies and all kinds of junk on it, and lollipops and hearts, and I'd signature things, doodle. I mean, I've always been into reading and writing, and I used to write stories about my dog or my day, or, you know, Mom and I went to the store today and did this, and Mom and I did this, and Dad took me on the lawnmower today, and, you know, we did this, and I mean, I was little, and I was writing full sentences and stuff, but Mom always told me the more you read, the more you know, the more you read, the more you'll write, and the more you'll understand. So, I mean, she always pushed me to be really strong and really smart with a lot of things book-wise, and it was so helpful. I mean, it's what's made me the person that I am today. I still write every day constantly. I'm the type of person that's in the mall. It looks like I'm texting, but I'm typing down ideas to something that's inspired me or triggered me in the mall to write when I get home. So, I mean, if it's in there, it will. I will obsess over it, and it will repeat in my head until I get it out on a piece of paper or out onto my phone somewhere where I know it's safe. But I mean, constantly reading and writing everywhere, everything. I read all night long. I'm a night owl to the max, so I'll be up writing and reading 3 in the morning, reading books, writing, like not just writing diary entries, but I mean like writing poems and things that have come to my mind, or the book that I'm working on, I'm writing that in the middle of the night, and I don't know. That's just me. I'm a reading nerd. Number 8 is that I'm basically an old lady. Yep, I'm an old lady. I like to sew. I like to crochet. I like to knit. I like to drink obscene amounts of coffee and tea. And yeah, that's what I do. I kind of totally enjoy it though. I swear I'm an old lady born into a young body, and I'm just hanging out, living life. So, I mean, that's what's happening. We're just going for it. I love my crochet projects and my knitting projects and all those things, all those old ladylike things I've learned from my grandmother and my great grandmother on different sides of my family, and I give them a lot of credit for teaching me those things because I really appreciate all that I've learned and all that I've become because of those things. So, thanks, Grandma. Thanks, great grandma, for teaching me all the things that I know when it comes to being an old lady because I'm basically an expert now. So, thanks. Number 9, I hate socks and shoes. It's a very odd thing about me, but I hate socks and shoes. I hate when you wear socks, how that thing that goes over the top of your toes makes you nuts. It's like all the fabrics and things get in there, or when you put your socks on, the sock's all twisted, or you wear it and it gets your shoe and it twists. What is going on right now? Oh, lovely voice, Chantel. What is going on right now? I hate the way it makes my feet feel. I just strongly dislike it. And if I could, I'd be barefoot all the time. I just feel like I have better control, even when I like play soccer with my family and stuff. And soccer is something that I played when I was younger. I mean, my shoes, I would wear thin socks at the bottom, and I would wear my soccer socks over my shin pads. And my shoes used to be so tight I couldn't even feel my feet because I needed to make sure that my foot felt like my foot. Just like when I do my own hair or I clean and stuff, I don't like to wear big rubber gloves. I'd rather wear the really thin ones. Still protect me, but just because I like to be able to feel things and touch things, and my feet are the same way. I'm a little bit crazy about it. Shoes are the same way. I hate wearing like flip flops or a running shoe or something, and there's like a piece of something in your shoe that's touching you, and you don't like it, and it moves around. Shoes and socks are the worst, people. No shoes and socks. Ew. Even at my cottage, I'm walking on the really sharp rocks. I walk around as if I'm wearing shoes. Like there's no pain, no nothing. My feet are just walk on them. I hate shoes and socks. I'd rather just feel what's going on underneath. That's like, imagine walking around all the time with like winter gloves on and like trying to like text and do things with winter mitts on. That's what socks and shoes feel like to me. Number 10. I am forever crafting or working on a project of some kind because my mind is so actively going with artsy craftsy things. So, that means that I have half my living room painted. I have half my wall done. And that's just who I am. I've got 3 crochet projects on the go. I've got cloths, a blanket, another blanket, and like a little coaster thing. So that's 4 things on the go. I've got paintings that I've started, and someday I'll just like get in the mood again and just finish them like in a whole day. Forget about the rest of the world and just do it. And that's just what I do. I love to have lots on the go when it comes to crafting. Because when you get in the mood to do something, it's not like, well, I'm in the mood to fold some laundry. No, I'm in the mood to paint an entire scene with a barn and go. And then I do it, and I get halfway, and I'm like, nope, and I've lost inspiration. I'm not going to continue to do it if I've lost my inspiration, because if my inspiration's lost, I no longer have my heart in it when I do the rest of it. So that's just how I work, and I make sure that I give it my all every time. So I wait until I'm having another one of those moods, and then I go back to it. So that's how I work. More tea, sore throat. Okay, number 11. My favorite color is purple. I have purple everywhere. I'm wearing purple eyeshadow. Yep, I have purple boards for when I do scrapbooking underneath here. I've got purple painted on everything. I've got purple pens. I mean, my wall's purple. My bathroom is a different shade of purple, and my living room is just a slightly more blue shade of purple. And like I was saying before, purple, to me, not before, but on the other podcast that I was working on, purple to me is my favorite color because of the calming ability. Also with its ability to go from so vibrant to so calm. Most colors can do that, but I mean like light yellow and bright yellow, not really seeing the scale. Light purple is really calm and sweet and whatever, and bright purple is so like woo, like crazy and all over the place. So to me, that really, the scale really works for me. Another thing about purple that I really love, and the theory that I made up in my head when I was writing again, doodling too late at night, purple to me is, well, not to me, it is a mix of red and blue, different levels of red and blue. So red is a very fierce, fiery, crazy, vibrant, bright, bold color. And blue is very calming and soothing and, you know, free and flowy like the wind and like the ocean and the sky. And to me, the natural hippie side with the bright, vibrant, fierce side really explains me, which maybe that's why I enjoy the color purple. Made that theory up in my head, deal with it. Number 12, my favorite food is pork chops. Other than my addiction to stir fry because of the teriyaki, I love me some pork chops. A good thick pork chop with a good sear. So good. So that, and I mean a good baked potato with some fake non-dairy butter in it, and some little chives and bacon. Ooh, girl. Then, a little bit of like, not a little bit, I usually have an immense amount of sauteed vegetables, but just a good hunk of sauteed vegetables all together. Ooh, and maybe a salad on the side with a nice tall glass of beer. This is sounding like my kind of day. Maybe that's what I'll make for dinner tonight. That sounds like something I'd really enjoy. But that's my favorite food. Number 13, my favorite place in the world would have to be my cottage or the beach. Mostly because my cottage is very secluded, so it feels very peaceful. I actually have a picture of me at my cottage, leaning over the edge. So just being out in nature, nothing makes me happier than being able to experience nature in a way that I hadn't before, or in a way that I enjoy and could continue it. So that makes me really happy. I love nature, and I just find something so serene about it. The pine trees, the way they smell. I don't know, a couple years ago my brother got me a birthday present, and he got me these little vials. Not vials, I guess they're more like little glass, what were they? They're like little containers. My voice is going, this is lovely. And in them he had all kinds of things that remind me of the cottage because he knows how much it means to me. So I have little pieces of the green paint from the cottage. I've got a little bit of coffee grounds because my grandma always makes coffee in the morning. A couple of the rocks, a little bit of the water. Like, I mean, he put a lot of thought into this gift, but that place is my favorite place in the entire world. And a close second, because it's very far away, a close second for me is the beach. There's a beach local to us, and, well, not local, it's a couple hours away. And I thoroughly enjoy going there, dipping my toes in the sand, and just the water rushing up onto your feet. And just, there's something so peaceful about that. And hearing the kids laugh and play, and I just find so much happiness in all that is near water. I don't know why, I've just always been kind of like that. I've never been afraid of it or anything. I've just always been the kid that's like, oh, this is a lake, jumps in. Oh, water, I'll walk right into it. Like, I've just always felt very safe around water. I think because I've been going to my cottage since I was very little, so it has a big impact on me. Number 14. Be nice if I wrote neater so that it didn't look like 19. I thought we were skipping ahead to the end here, friends. Number 14. I'm a serious night owl. My normal bedtime is usually 2 to 3 a.m. I am seriously addicted to the fact that it's so peaceful and so quiet. Why don't I say some more? Sure. So it's so peaceful and very quiet. There's this stage where it gets to about 2 a.m. where, you know, nobody's walking around. All the pets have given up on playing. My husband's done snoring, and it's just quiet. And I find that the best place for my forever going creative mind to have a place to relax, which is super, super incredible for me. It's super serene because my mind, like I said, I'm the person that will stop in the middle of the mall and be inspired by something weird and write a poem about it on my phone in the middle of the mall. So my mind is always very active. So having that silence in the evening to be able to just come down is very important to me because I feel like everybody needs time to come down from their day, and that's how I do it best. It's late at night when it's very quiet, and maybe that's why I don't like birds as well, because they are awake when I'm sleeping. I mean, 5 in the morning is like 2 hours into my sleep. I'm just not okay with that. Not like I sleep very long anyways. I'm usually up by about 8 or 9 o'clock because I'm not a very good sleeper. Expert napper, not a very good sleeper. But I enjoy the thrill of the late at night being able to clear my head, and that's really important to me. So I'm a major night owl. I don't even have any owls in here. I have owls everywhere in my house just because, well, I kind of fell in love with them at the zoo when I was little, and I mean, I saw a great horned owl, and I was like 3 feet tall, and it was almost as big as me. Well, half the size of me, and I mean, it was just so, like, looked really tough and it was very curious, and it had these big, beautiful eyes, and it just had this way about it, and I fell in love with owls right away. And so, partially my personality and my love for the creature is very, very important. I just fell in love with their personality and the things they offer and what they mean, because they mean wisdom and they mean like protector of the night, and they're most active at nighttime, and so am I. Yeah, I really enjoy them, and I think they're really cool. I've got them everywhere in my house. My grandfather's mom used to collect them, so now I've started my own collection. And when I started collecting them, my mom started supporting my collection by buying me items to put in it. She said, "Oh, my grandma used to collect these too," and I just laughed. And I think, because I believe a lot in reincarnation, so I think that, you know what I mean? Like, my mom and her family may have lost her grandma in that sense, but maybe a part of her old lady spirit is inside of me. So I'm really happy at who I am, and I enjoy having my little owls around and being my night owl self. All right, number 15. 5 more to go. 15. I obsessively watch the same TV shows every night before bed. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to be done this podcast and go throw on some How I Met Your Mother. I find a lot of safety in watching the same shows again and again and again because I know what's going to happen, so I don't have to worry about the predictability. Again, it works with my mind. My mind is very active, so watching the same shows over and over again and knowing how it's going to end makes me feel safe. Also, I enjoy the happy, giggly, funny shows before bed or when I'm not feeling well, because it brings a little bit of light to my life, especially if I'm not having the best of day. I love How I Met Your Mother, and I absolutely love Friends. They're my 2 favorites, and I will watch them over and over and over again. Controversial topic, here we go. I'm actually thinking of starting watching Game of Thrones because I have not yet seen it, and there's a lot of buzz about it. Not really into the medieval stuff, but I would love to see what it's like, so I'm open to opportunity, and I'm thinking I might check it out. So if anybody has any good TV shows, drop it here, because this girl needs to watch some new TV shows, obviously. I love spring, number 16. I'm obsessed with spring. Okay, let's not say obsessed. We already said obsessed. I enjoy spring. I love the melting snow. I love the trickling sound into the vents. Into the, what is it? It's like a, help me here. We're going into the gutters. I love the sound of it going into the gutters. It's really crazy for me. I like it. And it's just so peaceful and so sweet, and seeing such beautiful flowers arise from such dirty, musty kind of ground is also kind of therapeutic for me, seeing that, you know, something so beautiful can come from something so harsh and so cold and so whatever, you know what I mean? All the things that winter symbolizes, something so beautiful can come right after that, so that's a good metaphor for life. And that's how I see it. And just the mud and the bugs and everything that spring comes to offer. comes and has to offer is just very serene for me, and I love spring. I love the mud and the rain, and I love thunderstorms. Love thunderstorms. So being able to see a good thunderstorm after a whole winter of just snow is really exciting for me. Number 17. I cannot cartwheel. I think this is an important fact because a lot of people can. And I remember trying, and I never was able to. And I remember my mom just telling me to keep practicing, but I don't know if it's because I have a short body and very long legs that my body just can't, like, carry the weight over. Not really sure what's happening there. Cartwheeling's not my thing. I also can't snap with my left hand. I can snap great with my right hand. My left hand just doesn't understand how to do it. And I'm an ambidextrous, which means I can do a lot of the same things with both hands. And I just don't understand why I can't snap with the other hand. So the only negative thing on this list is that I can't cartwheel and I can't snap with my left hand because it just is ridiculous. Number 18. I love blueberries. Oh my god, I love blueberries. I just love that they're this little blue antioxidant packed fruit with this little light colored inside, and there's all these antioxidants, this nice blue skin, and you put them in your mouth and they just pop in your mouth, and they're just so sweet and so sour and so makes my mouth water just thinking about it. I love blueberries. Frozen, fresh, in smoothies, in this and that. I've got blueberries everywhere in my life. I think they're a cute little fruit, and I really enjoy the flavor of them. They're so yummy. I love blueberries. Blueberries remind me of being at my cottage and picking them in the little, they grow in this really shallow little low bush. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a little bush. And they're these itsy bitsy ones. I like the really little ones because they're super sour. But they grow in this lovely little environment, and they grow in all the rocks and stuff, and they're really a really cool fruit. And they've got this little hair on the top of them. It's like little, it looks like it's a little blue fruit, and it's got this little crown on it. I think it's really great, and I enjoy blueberries a lot. They're a lovely little fruit, and I enjoy the flavor. So much so that my husband actually calls me Blueberry because I eat so many blueberries. I'm surprised I haven't turned blue. But I love blueberries. It's my favorite fruit. I love them. Can't help it. Just love it. Number 19. My favorite movie, and also the first movie that my parents took me to see in a movie theater, was Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is like if I'm at home sick with the flu, if I'm sad, if I need a good pick-me-up, if I just don't know what to watch, it's always Finding Nemo. Finding Dory is close behind there just because of how cute it is and how it's just a continuation. I've waited my whole darn life to see Finding Dory. So, or like the sequel to Finding Nemo, and it was just pristine. I enjoyed it a lot. So, that was delightful. I was very let down after I came home after I noticed that my home TV was like a box with levers and nothing like the movie theater. And I to this day don't go to the movie theater a lot, but the experience for a little kid was super crazy and super enjoyable. Alright. Last, but definitely not least, I love bubble baths. I am all about the relaxation and all about calming the mind, working on your mental state. And, yeah, okay, so that's why we call this channel The Flower Child, because I'm basically a hippie. I enjoy fresh flowers in my bath, and salts, and a good lush bath bomb that's all natural, vegan, and, no animal cruelty. And I enjoy the aromas, and I'm all about essential oils and their benefits for your body, as well as some good candles, more aromatics, maybe even a little incense instead of the candles, or unscented candles and some incense. Really whatever I can do to make my bath time really therapeutic and relaxing with some nice music. I mean, I enjoy a good, deep, soak bubble bath, and that's how I find the best way to relax, is my good old bubble bath. Now, like I said, at the end of every podcast, I wanted to do a little bit of a horoscope read because of how obsessive I am with my own birthday. I wanted to read my horoscope for the day, and then I wanted to wish the person whose birthday it is today, or people, because there's many people who share the same birthday, daily. So, if you are born August 24th, here's what we got for you. Wow. So this is the beginning of Virgo because I'm a Leo and Leo just ended on the 22nd. So if for you today, August 24th, happy birthday from me, Chantel the Flower Child. You are a natural psychologist with a special interest in and insight to personal relationships. Ooh, expert. You know bouncing your ideas off of others. You don't always follow others' advice, but you love to ask, if only to stimulate to conversations. Your needs for communication and mental stimulation are very strong. You are at your best when you are one-on-one with someone. Partnerships are important to you. You seem to need company. You are somewhat fearful of change, as security appeals most to you. You are highly intelligent, and although you tend to come up with the best ideas through conversation with others, your ideas are nevertheless your own. You simply seem to come alive through your interactions. You may be immature and premature themes in your earlier relationships. Some of this birthday partner up early, possible due to the fear of being alone. This person obviously strives very well off other human interactions, so being alone may be a fear of theirs. It says possibly due to a fear of being alone, and others might attract immature partners. Still others simply attract youthful, playful people into their experience. Famous people born today. Oh, August 24th, famous people. I don't know any of these people. Oh, maybe, yes, I do. Okay, so Dave Chappelle, great comedian. Happy birthday. I don't know who Steve Guttenberg is, but the name sounds very familiar. Rupert Grint, don't know that. Great name, I love the name Rupert. Jared Harris, happy birthday to you as well. And Chad Michael Murray, happy birthday. So, today's birthday forecast for these people. Your birthday this year occurs shortly after a new moon eclipse. Yes, we all saw the eclipse the other day. Suggesting a time of new beginnings and fresh energy. You're instinctively starting a new phase in your life. It's time to give your life a makeover to branch out into the untrue seed event. Wow. This year can be in which you experience important turning points. You can begin new projects and goals that will be long-term impact on your life. I believe that you should always strive to have new goals and long-term impacts in your life to always keep your mind clean and a good slate. Now, let's see some more horoscope stuff. I just thoroughly enjoy horoscopes altogether. So it's very, very cool. So today, Thursday, August 24th, for me, the Leo, it wasn't long ago, Leo, that you felt someone or something was watching out for you. It seemed that you couldn't make a wrong move and that many things were going your way. But right now, it may seem that the benevolent power has left you. You may be feeling rather alone and forsaken. But you are not. You may feel positive energy surrounding you, but there is. Perhaps you need to take it upon yourself to be more actively positive. Reach for that energy. Don't expect it to always reach for you when you don't have your arms open to its embrace. So typical Leo comment here. Leos are very strong, bold personalities according to me and according to my horoscope. So that's really great. What I'm taking from this, because I don't always try to take too much from it, I try to just take it with a grain of salt and throw my positive attitude onto it. So what I'm taking from this is if you're a Leo or you're anybody in the world and you're feeling a little bit alone, you are not. Remember, you are not. You may feel a positive energy surrounding you. There always will be a positive energy surrounding you. It is always important, as any human being and as my Leo self, to take it upon myself to be actively positive. Always. I mean, I don't want you to be forcefully positive, but I want you to try and always find the positive in every situation. That's very important, and I think that is a great note to end our podcast today. Positivity is very important, and I believe that a lot can come from it. So make sure that you work always to be better than you were the day before, and just smile and be your absolute best, because that's the only thing you can do. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you again soon. From the Flower Child, have a good day, guys.